cook with this here. Not like that other shit you had, I can't even fuck with this here. 100 band on the chain, tell them look at this here. We took the rich nigga, you don't know what it took to get here. Can't hit the block without the shine, what it took to get here. Stand down, hard time, what it took to get here. A lot of pain, a lot of crime, what it took to get here. And I almost lost my mind just to get here.
All right, man. What's up, my boy? What's up, my boy? I want to say thank you for coming on this platform, you know what I mean, to share whatever you're about to share to not only other brothers, but to, you know what I mean, other young men or people that may need to hear whatever we converse about today, you know, and I hope it helps someone today. I hope when they look at it, it inspires them, not only inspired, but, you know, let them know that, you know, if they went through whatever they went through, you know, it'll be all right for me, whatever I'm going through at this moment, man. So I just want to say I appreciate you. And I want you to know, like, man, you can be as open as possible. You know what I mean? You ain't got to worry about not going crazy, not going left, or, you know what I mean? Or, you know, whatever. If you feel like judgment. Like, this is no judgment zone. You know what I mean? This is me just as a brother in your corner. You know, if anything, I'm doing this for both of us so we could, you know, release some things, because maybe in a conversation I might figure out something by myself that you point out that I can release or that I've been holding on to and I can learn from tonight, man.
So I may say something that you know, it may help you, and you may say something that may help me. And for everybody else out there, it's the same thing. That's the whole point of the podcast that Mikhail is doing, is lifting the brother up. But it's not just brother, it's not just men, it's females as well. Anybody who taps into this, older, younger, it helps out. You know, it goes a long way. Conversation goes a long way.
It does.
Like I was telling my coworker today, she said something to me, and I was like, "You don't believe fat meat greasy?" And she was like, "What?" And she from up north, so I was like, "Yeah, like the southern people down there, you don't believe fat meat greasy." And hey, I was born that night, but not last night, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Hey man. Somebody just said that the other day. I was like, "Dang, that's it right there." But yeah, man, you know, I'm gonna start it off just with the first question, you know, just so we can ease into everything, you know. Just you know, tell us a little bit about yourself, you know, like who you are, you know what I mean, and where you at right now, you know.
I'm Nathan Williams, 27 years old, from Prince George, Virginia, pretty much. I've been in Virginia for 20 years of my life. My mom was in the military, but I was born in Colorado. But I moved here when I was 8. Been here, you know what I'm saying? I've been here since then, 2005. Went to Prince George, went to Harrison Elementary School, JJ Moore Middle School, NB Clements Junior High, and then Prince George High School. I'm an athlete in a sense. I've been playing sports all my life. Like, you name the sports, I'm like Anthony Edwards. Like he said, any sport, I'm out there. Like, any sport, I did it all. Like,
I've never seen you play baseball, bro. I've never seen you play baseball.
I gave it up when I was younger. That was my old life. Played football. I played rec football. Most people like Fort Lee. When I grew up in Fort Lee, everybody was like Fort Lee. I played both sides of the ball. I played all positions. Then I transitioned to just becoming a dual sport athlete, which is basketball. Where here again, me and Kel, we've known each other in school, but we played. You know what I'm saying? We played basketball together. It was we on the bench cracking up laughing. We got stories that we could tell people for days.
That's what this should have been about, but we ain't gonna go there.
Hey, we ain't gonna get in that. We had to bring other teammates on for that, but we ain't gonna do that. We ain't gonna do that today.
That's crazy.
And then, you know, I went to Prince George all the way up to my junior year of high school. Moved out to Amelia when my mom retired. Finished up my junior year in Amelia High School. Started my senior year at Cosby High School. Graduated from Cosby High School right here in Chesterfield. When I finished playing basketball there. My goal was to play college basketball. You know, shout out to Coach Ray. He was getting me some, you know, working some deals out for me to go play D3 ball.
Shout out, Coach.
In college, and then start, you know, my health kind of derailed me a little bit. I found out when I was 18 that I was diagnosed with hypertrophic cardiomyopathy, or in layman terms, enlarged heart. That is, like I said, I found out when I was 18. After I graduated high school and stuff, playing basketball, passed out on the middle of the court, kind of thing. Got up, confused, came home, it had passed out again like 2 more times. So we went to the neurologist, Neurologist was like, we don't see nothing. We're gonna send you to a cardiologist. Cardiologist was like, oh yeah, you have this, and we're gonna sideline you for a month. So they sidelined me from playing or doing anything for a month until they actually figured out what I can do. Once I got cleared, I was at Richard Blaine, but once I got cleared, I kind of like my confidence of doing anything was like shot. I didn't want to do nothing. I played pickup, but it was like I kind of had to ease myself back into pickup, lifting weights and all that. I was scared because I passed out doing something I love to do. Once I got that was 18. Next 3 years, I'm good. And then 3 years later, playing basketball, finished playing basketball, playing in the pickup men's league game. Ended up having a heart attack, thinking I was having an asthma attack. So it was like, boom, that ended up causing me to have a pacemaker, having to get surgery to get a pacemaker, and a pacemaker ICD defibrillator, as they call it. The pacer is to kind of help pace your heart because my heart does tend to skip a rhythm, skip a beat at times, and it'll pace my heart. The defibrillator, as most people know, is the clear, them jokers. Yeah, that shock ain't no good feeling because I felt that shock 2 years later when I wasn't supposed to malfunction with the device. It shocked me while I was up and moving while I was running. Went running. It shocked me, which caused me to have open heart surgery to remove the pacemaker. And then, boom, 5 months after that, car accident. So I've been through a lot, but I'm still here, still kicking it. I also have 6 other siblings. The middle child, my mom and dad have 3 kids. I'm the youngest of their kids. Then my stepmom, she has 3, and then my dad and my stepmom have a son as well. And speaking of my brother, my guy Kel here, we're in school one day, and Kel goes, "Hey Nate, that boy looks just like you." And I was like, "That's my brother." Like the most calm voice, I was like, "That's my brother." And like everybody knew that was my brother, but Kel.
I bet I was hoping you were gonna say nothing about that. Today or the other day we had a conversation, yo. Dude, the man looked just like you, bro.
But he was so hyped, y'all. He was like, "Yo, Nate, that boy looks just like you."
I thought I had something. I really thought I had a joke, but jokes on me.
That's where he was trying to go with it, but it was like, I said, "That's my brother." He was like, everybody's
my man, yo. That's my man. Hey, shout out Kurt, yo. Hey, shout out Big Kurt, man.
My dog, he in San Diego, California. He a nurse out there in San Diego, California.
Nah, get out of there, Kurt. Nah, that's what's up, though, man. That's what's up. But yeah, man, for y'all that don't know, like he said, man, I've been knowing Nate for real my whole life, for real. You know what I mean? And not to touch too much on it, like really we started off as really like best friends growing up. Like we was together every day in school, cutting up, doing whatever y'all think we were doing in middle school, in high school.
I got in trouble.
Yeah, man. But young dumb, just trying to stay out of trouble, and the only thing we found, productive was not only our schoolwork, but also, basketball. And that's where we really, bonded. That's when we really got to know each other. That's when we really, found out the brotherhood. And then just like with any of us as friendships, we grew up, all of us had to take our own route in life and learn what it was to be a man, what it was to be an adult in this world. You know what I mean? It ain't never been no beef, no love lost. I could say I'm grateful for that. You know what I mean? Whenever I been in the military, I came home and I saw Nate in a regular store, there's always love. So, it's a blessing to just have him here and not knowing what he's been through the past, couple years or the past years, it's a blessing that, he's still here, and he's pushing on, throughout his whole testimony, which really leads me to my next question, like how you explain, a couple of things that happened was, I know you talked about when we had a conversation before this and just now, I was just going to ask, could you give us like, basically the testimony part of what has happened or what has transpired in your life in those past years that, that has happened, from the surgeries to the heart attacks and to the car accident?
Man, all I can say is, folks, y'all buckle up, because buckle up. Like I said, I was diagnosed at 18 with my heart condition at 18, and from there it was like I said, confident. It kind of derailed me a little bit because it's like my whole life I've been healthy. The only injury I've ever had was a broken wrist, and that was, remember that day it was in practice. Other than that, never had you know, see my guy.
So I know it. The nigga tried to get a block, y'all. I'm sorry. The nigga tried to get a block and broke his wrist. How you try to get a block and broke your wrist on a backboard, Joe? But that's my bad, name. My bad. Because he wanted to joke. No, man.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, them days I was out, them couple weeks I was out. This man right here laughed with every day. We was laughing every day in practice. But you know what I'm saying? It really that was the only major injury I had. Like growing up, it was like that's it. Like never really been hospitalized or anything, and up until that point, you know. But like I said, I broke my wrist, and I was like, all right, cool. Shook that off, came back, shook back like it was nothing. And then after that, I mean, I got sick. You know, got the flu, whatever. Hospital, that's nothing. But the major injury was here again. Like I said, I'm 18. I'm playing basketball, and I start experiencing this blackout feeling. Like, and when I say blackout, like I'll be up and moving, boom, I'll just pass out. Like it was like I passed out, and it was like a blood rush. That feeling, I can hear everything around me, but I couldn't move for like 1 to 2. Like I was out for like 30 seconds to a minute. I was out for like 30 seconds to a minute. Everybody's calling my name. I just can't get up. I couldn't get up. We in Myrtle Beach playing in the tournament. I wake up. I ain't got no shoes on. I'm confused because last thing I remember was going up to get a rebound. I came down. I was passing out in the air. Like as I'm in the air, I'm blacking out in the air. I come down to the ground. I didn't hit my head. Fortunately, I didn't hit my head or anything. They said I kind of like landed softly. It's just like boom. And then like woke up. They were like, "Do you want to go with the EMS and stuff?" I was like, "No," because one, I'm in a different state. I'm terrified. Like I'm waking up everybody around me. I'm like, "What's going on?" So like I said, we come back here to Virginia, and my niece and nephew they in the room across the hall from me, and they're like, "Uncle Nate, can you fix this cereal?" I was like, "Yeah." I get up on my bed, and as I'm getting up, I'm going out. As I'm getting up, fall into my closet door. I put a hole in my closet door. They went outside to tell my mom because she was cutting grass, and they like when they went outside and they went to get her. I came back. I was already up and like she was like, "What's wrong?" She was like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "What are you talking about?" I had no recollection of me falling. I just remember me trying to go get something to eat, like getting them something to eat. And I looked. She was like, "What happened to your closet door?" I was like, "I guess I fell. I don't know." And here again, so now we're getting a little worried. Second time she called, like third time, this is like third and final time she calls me to her room. Her room is right next to mine. I get up out the bed. I'm going in her room, and I fell. I start to fall, but between my door and somehow I ended up in her room on her in between her door, the threshold. That's all I remember. And here again, I can hear her calling my name, Nate, Nate, Nate. And then I get up, and she was like, "What happened?" I'm like, "I don't like here again. I don't know. I just remember walking into your room." I'm like, "What are you talking about?" So then that's when, like I said, we go neurologists. Um, Neurologists, they run some tests on me and stuff, and they're like, "Okay, boom, got it." They don't see nothing. Send me to a cardiologist. They run some tests. Within like a couple of days, they're like, "Yeah, you got this." So I'm like, "Wait," and they're like, "You got hypertrophic cardiomyopathy, enlarged heart." Anybody who seen the movie Glory Road, the big dude Willie Cager, that's the same thing he had. It was like it's common in a lot of athletes, but in the sense, well, like I said, the doctor was like, "You probably always had this your whole life," but being that you have asthma, nobody ever thought to look like, "Oh, when you say you can't breathe or anything," they're like, "Oh, let's look at his heart." It was like, "Okay, he has his asthma, get him a inhaler, boom, boom." So that was it. And like I said, they sidelined me for about a month. That was from August to September. I couldn't do no physical activity, like nothing. Couldn't exercise, couldn't like run because it was a risk of they didn't know what was going to happen.
Yeah.
Like I said, went to Richard Bland my freshman year of college. Just went to class, worked out. And that's when kind of signed up, like slipped into depression because it was like, bro, everything like I've been an athlete my whole life. I've been playing sports my whole life, and you're gonna tell me I can't do this? And it was like start questioning myself, like why, like kind of my faith as well, like why can I play? Why am I not healthy? I've been healthy all the time. Why now? And then, like I said, then went back to the doctor. They checked me out. They're like, "Okay, you're good. You go back doing what you're doing." And I'm like, just like that. Like, they're like, "Yeah, no risk. No, you don't have to take no medication. Just take like a baby aspirin every day." And I was like, "All right, cool." Went back to doing that. Start playing pickup. Cool. 3 years after that, like I said, in the men's league game. The game was at 9 o'clock that day. I remember that whole day. 9 o'clock that day, that night. Game ended at 10 o'clock. By 10:30, I'm in the parking lot, breathing heavy. I was driving because it was at the place I used to work at. So we cleaned up and I left. I'm driving and I pulled over, and thankfully, the girl I was dating at the time, she pulled over behind me and was like, "What's wrong?" I was like, "I don't know." I just kept coughing. I'm drinking my Gatorade and all that. Couldn't get replenished. Um, so I'm like, I don't know. I'm breathing heavy. I call my mom. I'm like, I need to go to the hospital. I'm having an asthma attack. And she's like, okay, I'm finna come get you. I hear her grab her keys. I can hear the keys in the phone. And she's like, where you at? I told her, she was like, stay right there. I'm gonna come get you. So I was like, all right. So we turned back around. Like we literally not that far from my job. We sitting in the parking lot. Everything just started getting heavy. Like I can feel breathing getting heavier. Throat started to close up. Left side started going paralyzed. If anybody, like thankfully, hopefully y'all never have to go through this experience. When you're having a heart attack, you start to feel your left side, like the left side of your body starts to hurt, of course, because that's where your heart is. It starts to it's like a really sharp pain. And like the breathing gets heavy. My whole left side was like numb. Like I was getting numb. My eye, I joke about it now, but like I had the Forrest Whitaker eye.
That's crazy.
Yeah, like the Uncle Ruckus Forrest Whitaker. My eye was like, it was, and then my lips were swollen. I look over at her and I couldn't talk, but I was like doing this, and she was like, "What?" I was like, She was like, "Call your mom." I was like, "Yes." Call my mom back and told her, she was like, we're about to go now because it's getting worse. Like he can't breathe and stuff. I had tears on my eyes. So I get out my car. My driver door is facing her driver door. So it's like this. The car's like that. I get out my car to try to walk over to her car. And she's going in, like she was like, okay, get into my car. She was going to tell another coworker because we still had a coworker in the building, and one of them was walking out. She was like, stay with him. He was like, what's wrong? He was like, like I said, I can remember everything. She was like, he's having an asthma attack. Stay with him. Like, why? I'm going to. He was like, all right, cool. He was like, next time, like a full face tears. He was like, Nate, what's wrong? He was like, Nate, you good? And like, I'm just shaking my head, walking towards him. I'm like, no, shaking my head, and I just fall. From there, I just fall. Like I fall, and I joke about it now. I'm mad because I had my bread 11s on. I'm like, damn, bro.
Come on, man.
Right. I'm like, I got my 11s on. Like, I was like, but that's when here again making light of the situation for that.
Yeah, most definitely.
And, he like I remember them pulling me from between the cars, and I can hear her call 911. I can hear him talking. I can hear my other coworker. I can hear him and his girlfriend talking as well. They're on the phone with 911. They're on the phone with my mom as well. Thankfully, she knew my password and stuff to my phone. So they called my mom, and they're like talking to her. Like 911 was talking to her, telling her what she needs to do. And she's telling them, here again, I had conversations to tell her my medical condition as well. So she knew what to call it, like knew what it was and everything. And that they're on the phone telling her what to do. And I can hear the ambulance in the background. Like I can hear them on the way because it was only like 10 minutes from my job. They get there, they cut my shirt open, and they put the defibrillator pads on my chest, and like they like charged or whatever. And right before he was like clear, I jump up, like I get up, like I'm already crying, but like I get up. And like when she was on the phone with 911, she was like, his breathing is really faint, like you could barely tell he's breathing. Like I said, and then people ask me all the time, they're like, it's like that light feeling, is that real? I'm like, bro, it just felt like I was asleep. Honestly, like it just felt like I was in like it was just dark. Like I couldn't open my eyes. Like I was trying my hardest to like fight to get up. But I couldn't get up. I just couldn't move. And
That's
like
crazy.
I was crying. Like she said, I was crying. And like, but my breathing was real faint, but I had tears in my eyes. And I'm like, now like so when I get up, I was there on the stretcher. They put me in that back of the ambulance. They're talking to me in the ambulance, trying to get my information. I just kept crying. I was like, I want my mom. I want my mom. They were like, she'll meet you at the hospital. And then I pass out again. Do the same thing, get ready to put the defibrillator in my chest. I jump up. I wake up right before he clears it, get to the hospital. They're talking to me. As the doctor's talking to me, I go out again. They do one more time. I get up that time. It was like, okay, that was it. Did x-rays, blood work. X-rays, my blood work came back clean. My urine came back clean. And my x-rays came back clean. Of course, they thought, like, do you smoke or anything? I was like, no, like, no drugs or anything were found in my system. Boom. And there we go. Like, then they come back and tell me I had a heart attack. And they're like, we recommend that you get a pacemaker, blah, blah. And I was like, no, I don't want one. They were like, everybody looking at me. I was like, no, because I'm nervous. having surgery, and on top of it, I just almost lost my life. Like, bro, y'all just like, I was
That's
like,
a lot. That's
I'm
a lot.
scared. Yeah, and at the time I'm 21, I was like, am I old enough to refuse surgery? They say, yes, you're over 18, you can. So I was like, no, I don't want it. I'm sitting in the ER, I was like, no, I don't want it. Everybody, like my mom, and they're like, no, you need to get it, you should get it. I'm like, no, y'all don't understand. Like, I'm scared. Like right now, I'm just scared, bro. And it changed my, like I said, like I told you the other day on the phone. They made me to the room, and I was like, no, I don't want to go. I'll talk to my cardiologist. They were like, oh, that's crazy. Your cardiologist is here. So he comes in, he's telling me like, I think you should get it, blah, blah. I'm like, I'm still saying no. Nurse comes in, she's like, oh, I'm nervous, blah, blah, blah. And she was like, oh, you had a heart attack? I said, yes, ma'am. And she was like, oh, that's odd because most people who have heart attacks, we bring them in through the morgue. I was like, yeah, I want that surgery. That was at like 12 something that afternoon. I was like, yeah, I want that surgery. And she was like, what made you change your mind? I was like, what you just told me. She said, I didn't say that to scare you or like pressure you to get a surgery. I just wanted to inform you. Most people that we end up finding who had heart attacks, we bring them in. We have to bring them in through, the morgue area. And I was like, well, you just changed my mind. And
that would have gave me chills, man. Chills just from her saying it.
It did. Like I was like, oh snap. So like 2:00, they prep me for surgery. They start prepping me for surgery on like 4:00 ish. I had start prepping me for surgery. Had surgery that day. I was in the hospital for about 2 days. After that was happened on a Sunday. I had a heart attack that Sunday night. Surgery was at Monday, so I was in the hospital for about 2.5 days. Because once you have surgery, as you know, you gotta use the bathroom and stuff. They gotta make sure you use the bathroom and stuff.
Yeah.
So I was in there, came home. For about a month, I was in the sling for about a month. I had a shower with my back facing the water. Couldn't lift nothing on my left side for the whole month.
Hold on. So you didn't wash that side of your body for a month, bro?
Yeah, don't play me. Don't try to do
my bad.
I said I had to shower with my back facing the water. Like pretty much I had to like, and bro, as a man, bro, like the older you get as a boy, bro, your mom's having to help you at a certain age.
Come on, bro. When I broke my leg, bro, my people was giving me a shower, bro. A shower, bro. I couldn't even go to the bathroom by myself.
Now I can go to the bathroom, but it was like getting dressed, like putting the shirt on, like cool, that's cool, right? But like, Kale, I had to shower with my back facing water, and like my arm, like I can drop my arm, but like I had to I can use my left arm to wash my right side. So Duke had to come in and like, I'm like, bro.
But I mean, you already know how Duke. You are anybody Duke. You already know how. Nigga, I'm thinking diapers.
That's what I son, ain't nothing I ain't seen before. That ain't the point. That ain't the point. Like the point is, I'm older now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, so she had this, you know what I'm saying? Help me wash that side. Shout out to my dudes, man. If you know her, hey, if y'all know her, you know she, hey, lady crazy. She funny.
Hey, that's why I say shout out Duke.
Everybody mama, man. She gonna get on you like everybody mama.
That's crazy. No, but I understand that. That's real though, because I remember when I
had to go through the process of getting dressed every day, and she had to help me, put clothes on as well. And then, like I said, that was about a month and a half. I went through that process. We was good for 2.5 years. We good. And then COVID hit. You know what I'm saying? We, as you know, COVID hit. We couldn't do nothing for real. I'm just working out, doing push-up stuff at home, and then I got the opportunity to work out with my homegirl dad at this gym. I'll go running with them or whatever, like her or him and her little sisters. They take off running. I'm sitting there walking, talking with the dad, and I was like, all right, I took off jogging. Next thing you know, pacemaker go. Like the defibrillator shocked me. And if you know, like if y'all seen the hospital shows when they be like clear and that jump up feeling, oh, that's real. Trust me, it's a real feeling. It's a feeling you don't want to feel for real. Like, that joke hurt. Like it felt like my body jolted front and back, but I looked around like I thought somebody hit me with something. So I'm looking around. He was like, "What's wrong?" I was like, "I don't know. I feel like somebody hit me with something." So he looking around too. Nothing happened. So we walk. You know what I'm saying? I'm walking, and it happens again. This time I fell to the ground, and he was like, "What do you need me to do?" I was like, "Call my mom," because at this point I knew something was wrong. So he calls me, and he tells my mom he's not going to take him to the hospital. Blah blah. She's like, "Okay, I'll meet y'all there." We get to the hospital. They tell me what it was. Pretty much the wire. I had scar tissue built up, and the wire had bent over. It was like bent like that. It was like it was fractured. They said it was a fractured wire. So the wire was bent because the tissue built up over it. I had so much. They said I had so much scar tissue in a 2-year span that you would have thought I had the pacemaker for at least 5 years. You're supposed to get the battery replaced every 7 to 10. So they disconnected a wire. I had to wear a little external vest, for about a month. They were like, okay, we're gonna bring you in next month in August, and we're gonna get you straight. We're gonna replace the wire. You go home the same day. I'm like, all right, cool. I go in there on the Tuesday at 6 o'clock. The surgery was at 8. I'm like, all right, cool. I remember the countdown and everything. It was like, all right, prep me for surgery. They were like, yeah, it takes about 45 minutes, then you'll go home. Once you wake up, you'll be able to go home. So I was like, all right, cool. Man, I'm sitting in there. They're like, count down from 10. I made it to 9. The anesthesia, I made it to 9. Next thing you know, I wake up in the hospital bed, look over at the clock. That joker said 10:30. I'm like, okay, it's 10:30 next day. So I'm out of surgery. I'm good. It's the same day I'm out of surgery. Whole time, got contacts in my eyes, got breathing tube down my throat. I'm like, I'm confused. I'm trying to talk, can't talk, but I still have my contacts in. If anybody wear contacts, I'm sure you do. You ain't supposed to be in contacts, but
yeah,
I do from time to time. So like the nurses, they woke me up and they're like, we need you to get up. And I'm like, I can't open my eyes. They're like, you got contacts in? They're like, yeah, she just snatched them joints right in my eyes. They was already coming out anyway, but she's
wild.
I was like, all right, bet. So, what I'm saying? I took them out. I'm still got the breathing tube. So I'm trying to talk with this breathing tube down my throat. They couldn't really take that out until the doc, they made sure it was clear to take it out, took the breathing tube out my throat. I had chest tubes. I still got the scar, right there, chest tube scars. And then middle of my body was in pain. Come to find out what I had ended up having surgery. They ended up having to cut my chest open. So this is, they had to actually cut my chest open and take the pacemaker out that way because there was so much scar tissue built up over a 2-year span that they said they would have went and took it out the way they wanted to. It would have ruptured the blood vessel, which would have killed me. I was already in for 6.5 hours. So yeah, this takes 3 months to heal. So from August to November, I'm sitting there healing. Get this pacemaker put back in on this. Well, they gave me the option to get it put back in on this side, on my side, or on the right side. I told them no. Everybody's like, why not? And I'm like, because something happened when I didn't have it. Something happened when I had it. I don't want it. I don't know. Like right now, again, I'm going through that phase. Like I don't know. I'm scared. My dad was, I'd rather you have it and I need it, and I need it and I have it. So I went ahead and got it. It put me in a different perspective. I was like, okay, I got it. And then took a month. Here again, takes a month to recover. I'm like, all right, went through the same process I went through at 21. I'm 23 now. So I'm like, all right, same process. I already know the process. Do what I did. December, get back to doing what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? I'm working out. I'm casually working out. I start working out with a personal trainer at the end of December, going into January. And then January 28th, I'm on my way to drop a hoodie off to somebody, and I never made it there. I never made it back home. And the reason that was is because I was in a car accident. Somebody ran a red light and T-boned me on my driver's side. I went to make a left-hand turn and boom. Wake up that time. That was 7:30, about 7:30 that Thursday night. I woke up about 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 4 o'clock that Friday. Now, everybody who know me and know that time frame, that's right. That was right after the Pro Bowl. Super Bowl was going to happen that Sunday. The very first question I asked when I woke up, did I miss Super Bowl? Not where am I at? Not, you know what I'm saying? Can I talk to my mom? I said, did I miss Super Bowl? That was literally the first question I
You're
asked.
not even a football player, bro.
But I knew the Chiefs was playing, though. This is 2021. I'm like, did I miss the Super Bowl? And doctor was like, no. It was like, no, not, no, you haven't. So I'm like, that was on my mind. Like,
oh, you were sports betting. That's what it was. Your parlay.
I don't even think parlays was a thing yet.
You was tripping about the parlay. You said I can't keep the bucket. I need the parlay and lost the parlay.
And I when I woke up, I thought it was that same night. You know what I'm saying? Because I could see the light coming through the blinds in the hospital, but come to find out, they turned the lights out and everything. They had me in the dark room because I kept complaining about having a headache. Apparently, I was 15 to 20 minutes from them having to medically induce me to a coma because I didn't wake up. From the time they found me at the scene, I was found at the scene unconscious. And then when I got to the hospital, like I was gone, like I was out. So they were going to medically have to induce me. The only injuries I sustained from that accident was a bruised left hip, a sprained right knee, and a severe concussion, which caused me to have short-term memory loss, which I still deal with to this day. And I tell people, Dory from Finding Nemo, Drew Barrymore from on 51st Dates. My memory was shot. Like me and you can have a conversation. And if I had a conversation with my homeboy, and like I'm talking to him, soon the conversation ended, I was like, bro, I'm telling him again. He was like, bro, we just had this conversation. Same thing with the nurses. They had to put a note on the side of my bed. I would go to sleep and wake up confused while I'm in the hospital. They had to put a note inside my bed that said, I'm in the hospital because I was in a car accident on this day, blah, blah. And like I literally kept remembering that. And then my mom, she went to go clean out my car with my homeboy. And he said they found my phone up under my passenger seat in a puddle of water. The phone still worked, but it was up under a puddle of water. And that's just shout out to God, man. Like I just tell people all the time, it just strengthened, like those 3 incidents strengthened my faith with like it brought me closer, because without him, honestly, him and my guardian angels that I have, of course, my loved ones that are no longer here, without them, I would not be here.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be here, and I wouldn't be who I am today in general without God and my parents and my circle, my support. But those 3 instances really brought me like it changed my perspective on life. Like losing people, losing somebody, to death, it'll change you, but being closer, like having a near-death experience, like I had having 3 in a 2.5 year span, it's a whole different ball game, bro.
Mentally.
It puts up a lot of mental blocks of what you want, what you can and can't do. Physical blocks, like physicality. I had like my car accident. I had to learn how to walk, and damn near talk again. I had physical therapy. I had occupational, physical, and then speech therapy 3 times a day in the hospital. I went from Chippenham Hospital for 4 days. I was in there for 4 days to a rehab facility for another 4. Thankfully, I was only in the hospital 8 days. Like I said, accident was January 12th. I got out of the hospital February 12th. I only did outpatient therapy for a month. So from February 14th, Valentine's Day of 21, to March, by March 14th, I was only because my body, the doctors are like, we've never seen nobody really just like, it's hard. In our case, and it was like, you really been, you come across it's hard. And my cardiologist at the time when I had my heart attack and they saw this, it was like, the way you recover, it's like Superman. Like they never seen nobody, like I've never seen nobody like this. He was like, it's not kind of like a Superman. Like it's just boom. So it's crazy. This is what my pacemaker looked like right there. My niece and nephews, they said it reminded them of Iron Man. My homeboy, he called me Static Shock. Kids, they just say anything. They're like, Uncle Nate, can we see? And I showed them, they're like, oh, that's like Iron Man. I'm like, you know what? I ain't mad at it. So like Iron Man. And then the scar down my chest, like I was like, they gave me a teddy bear. I had to walk, like learn, like once I'm walking with the teddy bear, I had to sit with it between my seatbelt from the airbag. I was like, call this on Scar. And then my other homeboy, my stepbrother, he called me Static. We get on the phone one day. He was like, I'm like, yo, what's up, dog? He was like, yo, Static. I'm like, who is that? He was like, that's you. Because but telling people what the pacemaker does and how it shocks your heart at times if it needs to, I told him that, bro just took it and ran with it. He was like, yeah,
but he ran with that.
I was like, I can't really trademark Static Shock because, he a real superhero type. But I was like, hey, that's what helps you comfort, like, understand the concept, bet. And then, like I said, my niece and nephews with the Iron Man, that was probably the funniest one, bro. I was like, that's hard, though. So I got, like, different nicknames and little jokes for it.
I definitely got Iron Man when I had that rod in my leg, though. I definitely got that.
You probably can walk through TSA for real.
The crazy part about it is, bro, I really did. And I went to multiple countries and never had any problems. So I don't know.
You like one of the people, they be like, I can tell when it's rain, my leg is about to rain.
Yes, sir. However, she gone now. I don't got it no more. But yeah, dog. Yeah, I feel it in my back, my leg, all of it. But that's because I'm getting old. I don't think.
I'm country. Like, you country, you can smell rain, but like when they say
I smell it.
like I can smell the rain. That's one thing. But when they say you can feel the rain, I still can't feel it. There's a lot of things I can and can't do. I can't talk on the phone on my right. Can't wear magnets and stuff on the right side of my body. If I go through a metal detector, I gotta let them know, like, hey, I got this. So it stuck with me. This, like, for the rest of my life, I got, you know what I'm saying, something to protect me in case something happens. But thankfully, I've been blessed not to have anything happen in that whole, since my third surgery. Like I said, I've had 3 surgeries in 2 years. It's my testimony, bro. Honestly, it took a whole different perspective of life, for real. Like, I just laugh. Like, I'm who I was times 10, because, like, I just laugh about things now.
I like that.
I laugh, and I'm sitting at the court, bro. After my car accident, we sitting at the court. I'm hooping outside, and, like, these dudes, they was talking about, they were like, I'm so tired, bro. I'm tired. I'm like, man, like, and not the, like, I'm like, man, y'all tired? I was like, bro, what y'all tired from? They was like, playing running up and down. I was like, bro, I just got a car accident. Like, I just had a car accident a couple months ago. They were like, wait. And I was like, but I wasn't moving like it. They were like, what? I was like, yeah, I had a car accident, surgery, blah, blah. And like, what, bro? So I'm telling them the story. In the middle of my story, dude he was like, bro, you just motivated me. I was like, what you talking about? He was like, you just motivated me because how you're so humble about everything that you've been through. He's like, you don't. He's like, you're too humble for. He's like, most people, they would be really depressed about it all. I was like, nah, I'll go through that. I said, I just don't show it to other people.
Awesome.
Not to show to other people, because in the hospital, when I was in the hospital for my car accident, the dude in the room next to me had on a helmet. One night he's on the hallway without his helmet on, but his head is dented. Like, it's like, he got a dent in his head. It changed my whole perspective. I'm like, he's probably been here way longer than me. I'm complaining about wanting to go home. That man probably been here way longer than me.
Yeah.
Same thing with being in the wheelchair. I had to move around in the wheelchair for while I was in there, because I was at fall risk, because my balance gave me a whole new perspective and respect for people in wheelchairs. Simply because I'm 200-something pounds. Moving my own weight ain't no joke. But these are people, like, and I can get up, but I can't really move, like, without falling. These people who can't get up at all, they need constant help. So when they were on the brink of bringing me home, they were talking about me having the possibility of still having to be in a wheelchair and coming to install a ramp and all that. But here again, just kept praying to God that, that's not something I don't want to have to put my parents through and all that. And I just kept praying. And thankfully they came. They're like, when I did my last physical therapy test, I passed it, because, I had my balance. Everything just worked. Like, it was like overnight. It was like, God was like, nah, we gonna, my story. And everybody tells me now, they're like, Nate, you got a story. I'm like, what is it? Because if he got to put me through this, it's like, bro, do something else. Like, you're not supposed to.
No, for real.
Bro, you couldn't, like, I say it, like, to this day, I'm like, bro, he could have, like, broke a toe or something. Like, man, yeah. I'm like, but he put me through the worst. That was at my lowest. And I hope, I pray I never have to go through that again. Simply because, well, if I had to go through again, I would. Honestly, I would, because it made me to a better man. Not even a person. It made me to a better man, because I'm able to educate other people, like, what I'm saying, like you and people watching this, who watch this, that whatever you're going through, yes, somebody has it better than you, somebody has it worse than you, but it's somebody in that same situation just like you, who don't know what to say or what to do.
Yeah.
I know, like I said, when I saw that man in the hospital, I didn't know what this. I was like, okay, he's been in a worse situation than me. Let me not sit here and be selfish and, man, I need to go home. No, it was like, no, let's get better, because I'm sure there's other people out here who want to do that. And then I started coaching as well. I was already a coach, so when I went down with my heart attack, all my players, they just graduated this past year, in the class of 2024. They all, like that. I had my heart attack the week before our tournament, and they're only 9 to 10 years younger than me. These little boys, like, they weren't looking at me like a pops. They was looking at me like a brother, like an older brother.
Yeah.
Like, oh, we go to tournaments. Oh, I want to ride with Coach Nate. I'm like, bro, like, no, I don't want y'all to ride with me. No, we ride with Coach Nate. We ride with Coach Nate. We get something to eat. Like, after the game, we're going to get some to eat. Coach Nate, where you eating at? Oh, we're going to Chick-fil-A, because everybody know I love Chick-fil-A. So I'm like, oh, yeah, y'all. I'm like, yeah, y'all come on, bro. Like, I only got 4 seats available. Yeah, y'all come on, though. And they bunched up, riding with Coach Nate. They asked their parents for money, and then their parents like, oh, Coach Nate, it's cool. I was like, I don't even care. Like, at this point, I don't care. We in the car turning up the young boy and all that. Like, I
Come
get
on,
up,
man.
Hey, we turned. I get them. I was turned up. Like I look at my memories on my phone. I'm like, dang, like fifth grade, sixth grade, all the way to now. Like, these boys are in college, playing college. Some of them playing college ball. Some are just playing, just in college in general. Their parents didn't look at me as a son. They looked at me as like a little brother because, like I said, I was old enough, but it wasn't like it was son, but it was kind of like some. It was like okay, brother as well, like little brother. So they
Mm-hmm.
took care of me anywhere we went. They always made sure like when we go out to eat, like they're like, Coach Nate, we got you. I'm like, y'all sure? Like, y'all don't got no, we got you, we got you. You take care of our boys. They ride with you. And then one time I had to cuss the boys out for a game, 8 o'clock in the morning. I told them that whole week we had practice. I was like, Coach Nate, I was like, I don't like morning games. I don't like being up in the morning. Never have, never will. I was like, 8 o'clock in the morning, y'all come out here and y'all BS. I'm gonna let y'all know. You know what I'm saying? I was like, we'll run right there during the game before the game starts. They're like, all right. So we warming up. They out there bullshit. They missing open layups. I'm like, all right. So I'm letting this side. I'm looking at the other team, and I turn back around. They still missing layups, forgetting what to do. So I was like, all right. Called them in. I was like, y'all better fix it, bro. And they're like, all right. So then they start going hard on warm-ups. Game start. These jokers, they out there, the team won't better than us, but they out here, they be down 10-0. I'm like, all right, bet. Call timeout. I said, y'all better get it together right now, or y'all will run. The next time I call, y'all will run. Next thing you know, we won by 25. You know what I'm saying? Like, then after the game, I told him, I was like, y'all know I don't like morning games. It's 8 o'clock in the morning, bro. I'm tired. Fix it, bro. Turned up. Next thing you know, after the game, like I'm talking to the parents, and the parents I'm a little mad because like I said, it's 8 o'clock. Parents like, Uncle Coach Nate, what you about to do? Blah, blah. I'm finna go get me some eat because I haven't ate yet. So I'm finna go get some eat. And that's one of my rituals before a game. I really don't eat before a game. I've always been like that, don't eat before a game. So even as coaching, the same thing. It's like, ritual, superstition. Go get some to eat. They're like, can we ride with you? I said, no, bro, y'all just made me mad. Like, why would y'all want to ride with me? Nah, Coach Nate, we got you. So get to, so I still let them ride with me. And then from there, they knew every time we had an 8 o'clock game, they knew what time it was. Like they knew what time, like, all right, let's not BS. Let's do what we got to do and handle business. And like I said, they're my little brothers. I can hit them now. Even one of them now, he still called me Coach Nate. He's like, what's up, Coach? I'm like, you called me. You can just say Nate. They're like, nah, you always gonna be coach. The stuff that you taught me and all that. And I take that from my coach. So I talk to Coach Ray. To this day, like I said, I just call him Coach Ray. I call him Coach Ray. Like, that's my dog. Coach Ray, that's my dog. Like, I call that man, text him or anything. And like, that's, saying that's pops. That's like a father figure for real. And then, his kids, they're like family to me. Of course, we got to bring up the time Sean and Chaz got into it on the bus. Got to bring that. Hey, had to bring that up, man.
Over the seat, bro.
Bro, that joke
was seat, bro.
That was so hilarious because like we just lost. Chaz was new to the team. He took, anybody over a seat. Sean said, get up. Chaz said, no. He said, bro, get up. I'm going to make you get up. He stood up. I said, man, here we go.
About to hit the fan, man.
Coach Hendrick get on the bus. He upset. Bro, the funniest moment that whole night had to be Hour, bro. It had to be Hour. Hour in the head.
He was listening like gospel music lit. like what is, he wasn't right. Hour wasn't right. He wasn't right. Because what is wrong with him?
And here again, bro, we had the funniest JV and varsity. Them both teams were hilarious, bro. Like we just team full of clowns, bro. Like
good times.
Matter of fact, remember JV when Coach Marks kicked Charles off the team right before the game, right before we get on the bus, he kicks the man off the team.
No, remember what is that? Who? I don't know. I think it was Richard, but the man did a 360 layup in the game.
Unnecessary, bro. Matter of fact, you remember when Brian Fultman and Walt were about to fight in practice? Coach, he was about to fight the coach in practice. Like, why?
Yeah.
What are we doing, man? Like, Hey, and like I said, and it was like we just went back to normal after that. It was like, all right, and then we just gonna laugh, bro. And like the team's full of characters, bro. We just had a team full of characters, like
everybody, literally from top to bottom, all of them, man.
Jawan and Savante. Savante is franchise. Call the man franchise. Call the man franchise, bro.
That was like they didn't even have a rivalry.
Nope.
They just
Jawan was just a character. Jawan was just hilarious, bro. Like Jawan didn't hate nobody. If you like Jawan was hilarious, bro. Like he was like franchise. Savante, oh, you keep calling me that. You franchise, you the franchise. We can hurt some players. Hey, keep it a buck. We couldn't hurt Savante in practice. Couldn't do nothing.
Yeah.
And that was a double team though. Hey, one of a top. Honestly, now I'm gonna hold. Before we get to the next question, I'm gonna ask you top 5 teammates, bro. Who are your top 5 teammates?
Top 5 teammates.
Yes, bro. And I don't care if it's we talking. I don't care if it's talking about basketball, like on the court. I'm talking about on and off the court, bro. Who are your top 5 on and off the court, bro?
No, I can't do on and off the court in the same one because off, like.
Okay. On the court, who are your top 5?
I have no choice but to choose everybody from the draft, but nah, top 5
off the court, bro. Off the court.
Off the court.
That you play, the ones that you play.
I got my own 5 off the court.
Who is it on the court? I need to know.
On the court, I go on the court. On the court though, definitely John Scott. That's my dog.
Yeah. Okay. Unfortunately, I know John.
Definitely, you said.
Yes.
Because everybody else was assholes, man. Levante, he's a great guy.
Who?
What's his name? What, Levante, the short, nice dude. He's like a Christian rapper now or something.
Oh, he come to the Y. I never played high school ball. He come to the Y. Okay.
Definitely him. Nice guy. Great guy.
Great dude.
Great guy. Great guy. And Richard, like, come on now, who doesn't?
Rich Hansen.
Like nice, like great teammates. Like everybody else. Hey, what you want to pick, Quincy?
You know what I love about Rich, man. Rich knew he wasn't offensively gifted, but that motherfucker was gonna lock you up on defense.
No, best defensive player I've ever seen.
But he has an award.
Probably not in my life, but great.
He has an award named after him. Who are your top 5 off the court?
Definitely.
Said
Dante, Keaton.
No, they play high school ball with us.
Oh.
Yeah.
Said John. We ain't never played like with nobody off the court like that though, unless we was playing with each other.
I'm saying like outside of like when I say off the court, it would be like who your top 5 your teammates will be your top 5 teammates. Like they were like, oh yeah, I get okay. We'll go with you. Who your 5 off the court? Who will be your 5 off the court? So
Said Dante, Keaton, Alexander, and John. That's all 5 of them.
Said Dante,
but I can't say myself.
You said Dante, John, Keegan,
and Alexander.
You said and Alexander?
Yeah.
And then okay,
because we all just off the court. That's what we was doing. But I asked you the same thing, both of them.
All right, my top 5.
The first one on the team, top 5.
On the court, bro.
And it's not like hooping wise, just good team.
Yeah. On the team, of course, I gotta go with my dog Kale.
Come on, we just left.
Kale and Sid, and if you know Sid got to be the oldest man I know, bro. That might be the oldest young dude I know.
He was a bucket, bro.
But that mid range is a buck. Sid can't get to it. You know what I'm saying? Cedric Wright, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to my boy. Savante, can't go wrong with Savante Chappelle because any man that they put up from JV and just double machine, bro. Savante was a workhorse, bro. Very positive attitude. Richard Hansen, Rich, my guy Rich. I've known Rich since Fort Lee days, so I like Rich. My dog Rich. That's 4. I'm not gonna lie. My dog BJ. I don't know.
BJ was a great guy, but I'm not gonna lie. As much as this dude was an asshole, he's still like my brother. I haven't talked to him in a while, but Brian Pullman is a great teammate.
Yes. I would have. He's honorable mention. Let me take BJ off and put Brian there.
Brian, I would. Brian was the nigga that would tell you like, nigga, go in that bitch and shoot
Like,
go crazy, nigga.
Brian had good intentions. I talked to him. Like, I talked to him now. Like,
He's an asshole.
We chop it up and then we just start joking with each other. I call Brian old. We just start joking with each other. That's my dog though. Brian, like,
that was my dog. That was my nigga.
Brother, man. Like, here again, that's a brother for life. Like, Brian really, like, he another workhorse. Him and Savante workhorses. Off the court, my 5 off the court.
Portly.
Man, off the court. If I gotta go off the court, people, dang, that's kind of tough, man. That's a tough 5 off the court. Give me, because I started playing with him recently, like over the years before he went overseas. My dog Roger Bolden. That's my dog. I call him. You know what I'm saying? We used to run on Fort Lee. That's him. Damn, that's a 5 off the court. Damn, that's tough. That's tough. Like, my boy Jordan. I don't know if you know him. Jordan Scott.
Young dude?
Yeah. Jordan
with the hair?
Yep. Yeah.
I remember, bro.
Jordan.
He old now. I know he is.
Yeah,
I'm old.
Yeah, we getting old, bro.
Yeah.
Jordan. I'm trying to. It's 3 more. But like I said, most of them, cause I played before Lee with them. Keyshawn, my boy Keyshawn, he from Matoka. Jalen Stewart, Matoka. That 5 right there, bro. We'll be on Fort Lee. We'll lose games, so we'll go like 12 games straight. We'll lose.
And I hate to be this guy, and I'm not even saying it just cause. But if he was in the era with me and Sid and them, Chris would be number 1 on my list. Like my little brother. And we wouldn't lose a fucking game.
I ain't gonna lie to you. Watching him play in high school, like watching him in his junior and senior, your brother energy is crazy.
The nigga is, hey, look, I just played with the nigga probably like a couple months ago during the summer for like a little church pickup game. The nigga, hey, I almost stole cuz. Nigga almost dunked me. I almost duffed him, yo.
He like another Rich though. Like, he really just don't stop moving.
He don't. And he'll pay for it after the game. Like, Chris will be like dying after the game, and the whole game, you like, damn, this nigga is still fucking running and shit. What the fuck?
That game when I saw you when Hopewell played Prince George, and like Chris, he had Hopewell. The funny thing is about Chris, bro, that I love, you could tell when Chris he's trying to get himself going because Chris be talking to himself.
Yeah, he
be on the court. Like, I'm like, and I'm sitting, I'm like, who bro talking to? But he talking, but like he everywhere. He getting rebounds. He hustling, bro. And I'm like, who is this little bro? Like, who is little bro talking to? I'm like, is Kel ain't like that? I'm like, Kel, we didn't get the Kel. Kel didn't like him. That's a whole different
that nigga's different. He got the Kel as an adult. That's what he act like. I'm like,
yeah, and then like, but then his mannerisms real, here again, like, same as you, but he's very quiet. And you know what I'm saying? He played with my young boy Sean Long. Hey, I don't care what nobody say. Sean might be the most nonchalant hooper, best hooper I've ever seen.
Funny story. They grew up together.
Yeah, like they
grew up together like in the same neighborhood. They grew up together like kids with glittens on, mittens that's cut the fingers off. They grew up like that. Literally, bro. I didn't even know. I'm like, yo, what the fuck?
Yeah,
I didn't even know y'all niggas.
She was like, yeah, Christian, like, because they stay around the corner from them. So I guess they stay around. So when I would drop Sean off, and he's like, yeah, Christian say, but right there, I'm like, this Stratford Woods. I'm like, I know where I'm at somewhere. But yeah, Sean, that's little bro, man.
And they said we gotta check in, nigga.
No, I ain't gotta check in. If I gotta check in with you, I ain't worried about it.
Oh, hey, man, hey, I'm in another state, brother. You know who's out there. He's out.
I got to check in with you, Cedric, Malik, and Dante. I ain't worried about it. I'm good. I'm just telling them I know y'all. I'm gonna tell them I know y'all. I'm good. I ain't, you know what I'm saying? They told me I'm good. They say I got to pass.
They gonna call me. I'm gonna say I don't know that name.
That's y'all see how you know what I'm saying? It be on people, but now like they really honestly like Sean. That's a little bro. Like he really like my little brother. Like we had a tournament in Georgia. I'm the driver. His mom couldn't make it down that day. I'm driving. Sean, within 30 minutes of driving in the car, Sean asleep.
Oh
Sean asleep.
yeah. Oh no, you should have left.
Mind you, he jumped in the back seat and like he was like, "No, I'm gonna be up." I'm like, "All right." I'm driving. I look back. He's asleep. Like I'm like, "You got to be the worst passenger I ever had. The worst. Like worse than my niece. My niece at least stayed up an hour. Gone. My boy gone. Like my boy's gone. I'm like, you know what? But that, like I said, that's a little bro, man. Like him. And like with all my any player I've coached, I just had a player. His birthday was today. Same thing. I always hit him like I was like, "Yo, happy birthday, little bro." He was like, "Thanks, coach." Hearing that, like, still being able to reach out to them and like they still value that relationship, and their parents still value their relationship. I've had parents hit me up like, "Coach, Coach Nate, come to graduation party," or it means a lot to me because that means I did something right. I've done something right for you to still want to have that relationship with me all the way, up until now. Like it just means a lot. And like these little boys, they take a lot from me. They've learned a lot from me over the years. Like, they still keep in contact. Like I tried to make all their senior nights, all their graduations. Like I tried to, but it was like it was all at the same time. Like I can't be everywhere at once. But coach, it's cool. Like we and their parents again, they just keep telling me they appreciate it. I'm like, I ain't do nothing but coaching. Yeah. But like, it's more than. But that's how it was more than basketball. Like.
Yeah, that's how it be,
bro. Like even with that, like even with just life, it's like my favorite teacher in the world, Miss Jones, Sherry B. Jones. Hey, shout out to Miss Jones, man. If you knew Miss Jones, she was everybody's mama. Everybody. Mm-hmm. If you had trouble in school, go see Miss Jones.
Yeah, that's really what we got about there for real.
Like she made sure you know what I'm saying. She would help you. Remember the day I almost got in the fight. Who came to get me? Miss Jones. Miss Jones.
I'm glad you didn't fight, bro. You probably would have got your ass whooped.
I probably wouldn't. But it won't work. It won't.
It wasn't.
Bring it over. Mm-hmm. And Miss Jones came and got me. She snatched me up, and you know what I'm saying? Being that she know who I am, cool. Just like her kids are like my brothers. Her sons are like my brothers. Honestly, bro, I'm just glad where we at. Like, I'm glad we're still here. You know what I'm saying? We still able to have these conversations with each other and reminisce because some people didn't get to make it. You know what I'm saying? They don't get to make it this far. People don't want to have that conversation with you. For sure.
Yeah, man. I'm glad you said that like that to go into like the next question. Because I know, and not to try to be long-winded or anything, but I know all of this stuff. Even with the stuff that we just talked about, like I know all of this stuff from the time that we were younger to now, that everything that transpired in your life, I know has played a big role in who you are today. But I also know that it caused, how can I word it? I know it was very traumatic for you. So that way, and I was thinking about it earlier when you were speaking. I know it changed the way that you view things now. Mm-hmm. However, that I wanted to tell you, but I didn't want to cut you off. I wanted to tell you it's really a testament of your faith, of where you at now. It's a big testament of your faith because you could have easily, which I know you battle daily or weekly on, like, I want to drive today, or, it's today the day that like the shit might go off or something like that. But however, for you to even stand up or get right here, right now, and still speak and speak life over, not only but over yourself, but over someone who's hearing, like, it's going to be okay. You know what I mean? It's okay to battle with this situation or whatever you're going through. You know what I mean? But it is light on the other side of the tunnel. Like, and I just want to applaud you for that, man, because that is amazing to see. It's not like I remember you as we were kids, but like I said in the beginning, like we grew up, but it is amazing to see who you were like back then as we were kids, what you went through, and who you are now. Like, as a man speaking to another man, like, bro, I'm proud of you. You know what I mean? Because you could have easily given up. And it's not like your body didn't give up. Like, mentally, you could have gave up. And it's like, bro, I'm dealing with too much fucking shit. Like you said, like, question God or like, why? Like, it's okay to be like, hey, dog, like, what's up, yo? But even with you doing that, like, bro, you still keep pushing. You still,
Yeah.
hey, I'm still gonna hoop. I'm still gonna be the best man I can be. I'm still gonna like you had told me. I think it was like when we was on the phone, and you said it today. Actually, you don't want to be that person that your family got to roll around or take care of. Which is people out here, and I'm not knocking them, but that's just a testament to who you are. Like I'm gonna make sure I can do everything in my power to make sure that I'm good for y'all, so y'all can see that I'm good. You know what I mean? And I want to tell you too, while you was in that hospital, and I'm pretty sure you already know. I'm just saying that just how you recovering quick, you being strong, you like Superman. It was God, man, because He handpicked you to be an advocate for all of those things: the heart attack, the open heart surgery, the car accident. He handpicked you. So whenever you get to yourself or Sunday, however you do as a man, and you get time for yourself and you do your prayer, next time, man, tell him thank you because not he saw something in you that he didn't see in somebody else, or he didn't. I'm not saying
Yeah.
in me. You know what I mean? It may look like, oh damn, them Jones traumatic, dog. But that's a big deal, dog. Because not only did he put you through those things, but he kept you here so you could be an advocate for it. He didn't put you through it just so you could be suffering for the rest of your life. No, he said, I know my son right here is gonna go through the rest of his life, letting people know not only how good I am and what I can do and what is in my power, but also he's gonna encourage them that it's gonna be all right through the whole storm. You know what I mean? So I just want to say I applaud you, man. And
Appreciate that, bro.
no, you got a great calling to be this advocate, man. So take it and run with it.
I appreciate it. Like hearing, like getting those flowers, bro. That people, because I'm not the type, you know you know me. I'm not the type to like try to throw it out there and push it out there what it is. But it means a lot to me that people see, like they know about what I go through, and then when I have to speak about it, hearing like the feedback from it is like it means a lot to me because it's like at the end of the day, it's all I always say it's bigger than me. I don't care what it is, it's bigger than me. Even with this heart walk I got coming up October 19th.
Hey, man, we going to that. When is it?
October 19th.
Yeah, I'll be in the field. But hey, man, y'all go out and support my boy, man, in my absence, man.
October 9th, like I got, I got a brand called Silence the Critics. It's let your actions speak louder than their words. But for the shirt or the shirt hoodie or whatever, it's saying let your actions speak to help find a cure because it's heart diseases and conditions. Like I have a condition that there's no cure for. Quote unquote, there is no cure for these diseases. I don't have renal heart failure or anything, but it's people out here who've lost their lives to heart attacks or whatever. And a friend of mine, not to put too much out there, but her nephew, he was diagnosed with a condition and he had open heart surgery 2 months ago. Big boy, like 6 months. He had a balloon put in his heart, and it's like, man, it hurts. Like I was like, wow, this is bigger than me because I'm not a cardiologist, youngest patient, but he a baby, like he a baby, he an infant. He don't know what's going on. And I see him named Cameron, and I see him like she sent me a video. I check up on him. Big boy, hilarious. And like, she was telling her sister about me, her family and stuff, because she knows somebody who went through that. And it was telling about me and like how much I've just my testimony and being like a vessel for somebody, and that's what it is. I'm a vessel for somebody else to help bridge that gap of because they have questions. It means a lot. And I've been telling people the donations and stuff I take from selling these shirts and like when I'm profiting, what I profit off of these, I'm going to do something big for him. They don't, what I'm saying, without them knowing, I'm going to do something big because he a baby, man. And like I said, that's her, her sister's son. Like, he a baby. And like, things could have went left for me, could have went left for him, for anybody. And I thank God every day. Like, I wake up in the morning, I say, thank you, Father God, for another day. Good morning, Auntie. Good morning, BJ. Good morning, Granddad. Good morning, Marcus. And I go about the day. And as you said, it could have went left. I could have, with the depression, some days I don't feel like driving and I don't want to do this. To make a quick, like, a turn, like, kind of bring it down. My friend, like, I just had on Monday, Wednesday? Yes, on Monday, I just had a friend of mine, she just killed herself.
I'm sorry to hear that, man.
Yeah, suicide. She was overseas playing ball over in Romania. And as of right now, the ruling gets suicide. They found her in her apartment, breathless or whatever. And shout out big. Her name was Tyra. Big T. If you knew Tyra, man, she was a real goofy person. Just like lovable energy. Made sure you were straight. No matter what she had going on, she always made sure you were straight. And if you had a problem with her, you were the problem because it was hard for Tyra to be mad at you. And it was more so like if you had, if you were upset, if I was upset, she made sure Nate had a better day, regardless of what she
Mhm.
made sure you had a better day. And then get on the basketball court, double machine. Like she's a dog. Went to Wake Forest with Ariel. Then she transferred to San Jose State. And then, like I said, she went over to Romania to play ball. And that's where she was, she's been at. And like getting that news on Monday, it tore me. Like I'm still trying to process it because it's like, man, like it's her. But this morning, when I got up this morning, I thank Father God for another day, and I said, my names, and I added her to the list because that's like, okay, that's another, I just gained another angel, man. Unfortunately, the way it had to happen, and then said my nightly prayers last night, pray for her family, because that's all I can do, and it's just more so anybody out there who's going through stuff, man. I'm gonna say this. I'm sure Kel can attest to it, and I'm not mad at her, because it's hard. I'd rather hear your problems than attend your funeral. I'm gonna tell y'all that. I'm gonna tell you that too, Kel. I much rather hear your problems, bro, than attend your funeral. I don't care what time of day it is. If you feel like you can pick the phone up and call me, like, well, not even if you feel, pick the phone up and call me. I don't care what time of day it is, bro. And if I don't answer the first time, you call back to back, I know something's wrong, and I'm like, all
Yeah.
right, I'd much rather hear your problems than sit there and attend your funeral, bro. And that's anybody. Anybody would rather do that for you, me, or anything, because you never know. And you never know what a person's going through. And I've learned to tell people I understand, but I really don't understand because I don't understand what it, like I told you the other day on the phone. I don't understand what it's like to lose a sibling. Same thing with, when he lost his brother, Dante, when he lost his parents. I don't understand that feeling. I can feel for you. I just don't understand it because I unfortunately never had to go through that feeling. I know what it feels like to lose a loved one, but not somebody that close, somebody of that caliber. And just like people don't understand what it feels like, what I've been through. But
Exactly. Yeah.
I'm not gonna push you away like, nah, I don't want to talk about it. Nah, bro, I'm still talking to you about it. If you ask me, I'll talk to you about it. I'm open. I'm all like, I have no problem talking about it now. Back then, I didn't want to talk about my heart attack or my car accident because I was like, I'm hesitant. But now it's like, bro, I know I have a story like to push. The movie Soul on Disney Plus, and I'm a big kid, man. That it opened my eyes to because the point of that movie is find your purpose.
Yeah.
And he couldn't find his purpose. And that's what I kind of been soul searching, like, what's my purpose? What's my purpose? Because God, you're putting me through this. What is my purpose? And I've learned talking to people about my conditions, my tragedies and stuff, and hearing that boy tell me that day at the court, it motivated him. I'm like, that might be my purpose. Coaching, I say might be my purpose because I'm not trying to. I'm just preaching my story, showing how much it enlightens people. And like they're like, how old? Like the people on my job, they're like, you're how old? I'm like 27. They're like, what? Like it catches them off guard. They're like, you had a heart attack. I'm like, yeah, 21. And they taught me at a young age, it can happen to anybody. It don't matter what you're doing. I
Yeah.
thought you had to be overweight, stressed out. Nope, that's not the case. That wasn't my case. Same thing, like you said, he handpicked me to go through this on purpose because he knew I could get through it. Toughest
Yeah.
battle to toughest soldiers. Sometimes I'm like, I don't know if I'm your tough soldier today, but he knew something I didn't know. Of course, he
Yeah.
knows everything. So even
Mhm.
anybody out there, if you're holding in these problems or these feelings, and you feel like you can't talk to nobody, you can talk to God. He not gonna answer. He may not answer you back because he can't answer you back, but in the way you want to with a voice. But you can talk to God for sure. You can talk to your family, friends, whoever. Write it down. What here again? Even if you can't verbally express it to somebody, if I can't verbally express to Kel how I feel, I know I can write it down and give it to him. And then okay, like, hey, I don't want to talk about it right here in this moment. Can we talk about it? I'll let you know when I want to talk. But at least he knows. Like I said, I much rather attend your funeral, much rather listen to your problems than attend your funeral, bro. And that's anybody. I don't care, young, old. I tell my parents,
Yeah.
I tell my parents the same thing.
Likewise. Likewise, man.
because it's hard, man. Like dealing with stuff like your parents dealt with stuff when we were younger. We didn't know about until we got older. You'll see when you get older. That's saying you'll see when we get older. Now we older, like man, y'all talking about rent? I'm like, damn, bro. I wish I don't want to see rent. Like shit, I don't see. You know what I'm saying? Groceries, all that. All the stuff they told us we'll see when we get older. I see it for sure. But now
I be telling them all the time. I'm like, dang, yo, I feel like they ain't teach us some stuff, man, or they just left some stuff out. But no, it was this, like you said, it was the stuff that they said you'll know when you get older. And now we're living through it. I'm like, God, dog, you know what I mean? But they knew when we learned.
They purposely knew, like, you know what I'm saying? It taught us. It raised us to who we are.
Yeah.
And it goes a long way. Like when I see your mom post on, when I see her and Mr. McKay's post about, church and stuff, I read every word. Some people may scroll past it. I read every word because I need it.
Yeah,
I look forward to. Like I look forward to it. Just like when I post my food for thoughts on Instagram and stuff, people like they were getting on me bad. Like I forgot. Like 1 week I slipped up and then posting. They're like, no, where they at? Where they at, man? You've been. I know because somebody's reading them. I'm not doing it for y'all to read. I'm just putting it out there because somebody need to see it. Like somebody gonna see it, bro. Like I'm just.
That's like the pod, man. People been on me like it wasn't like people wanted to be on or nothing like that, but it was just like, you know what I mean, like that they basically were saying like, dude, that like that's your area, you know what I mean, like you do it well, so like so they was like we need it, like you said you're the type of person, you say you're gonna do it. So and I was like, you know what I mean, I did it, I started it, and then I actually had an episode, and then it was with Chris, and then some unfortunate event happened. So I had to step away from my own mental just because life be happening. Mm-hmm. And then I always see on social media, and even when I started the pod, I was like, God, just give me the names. I don't want to just anybody or hey, this is cool to do. Nah, I said, God, give me the names. And every time I see you, I felt it in my spirit, like I got to, because I know sometimes I was blessed with the gift of discernment, and I'm not saying like you are beating yourself up daily, losing your mind about whatever you've been through. I just know as a brother, it's a great feeling to talk about what you've been through with a brother that can understand or be receptive of what you're saying and help you, get it out there, or just, talk. Just like you said in the beginning, a conversation goes a long way. You know what I mean? And it's no judgment. It's not like, oh, this nigga tripping. He's, nigga, you straight, right? You good? You live right? Nigga, what's up? Like, why you still talking about it? No, whatever you trying to push to get out about your situation and your testimony is what I love to see.
And I ain't gonna lie to you, I've come across people like that. Like, you know what I'm saying, bro, you straight, like what you tripping about? Like, nah, and it's I'm gonna tell other people out there as well, you're gonna come across people like that. And it's not necessarily a bad thing or a good thing. It's in between, because sometimes you may need that to help you move forward, and sometimes you may need that's the conversation because they're avoiding something as well that they don't want to talk about. It's something they're going through that they may not know how to handle, and they're trying to hide how they feel because they don't want to talk about what they're dealing with. And life is like that, bro. Life is funny. One thing I learned, life is very funny, bro. When it comes to death, when it comes to anything, it's like life will teach you a crazy thing that you're not ready for. If you're not ready for it, and that's the purpose. God, like He will put you through things that you ain't ready for. You may think you're ready, but you asked Him for it. Like, yeah, man, I'm ready for this new job. And then you get a new job, you might not like that job. It may take you a little while to warm up and be like, all right, here we go. Let me warm up. Like, so here again, debrief. When you get to work, I live by myself, and I still pull up and I sit in my car for about 5 minutes when I get home. I'm like, I got to decompress for the day. Yeah. That's really important, like that mental health aspect. Like I get to work, get there about 5-10 minutes early. I sit in my car. I may decompress before I walk into work because I deal with people every day. My social battery is going to run out eventually. So I don't want to come across giving somebody the attitude who doesn't deserve my attitude.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm going through something at home outside of work, non-work related. I don't want to give that person if I'm having a bad day, no. every day you should turn your pros. You should have pros and cons. Your cons should turn to your pros. Pros should never turn to cons. Every day. Every day is a day that you wake up to get better. I tell people when they come to the gym, they're like, man, I don't feel like working out, blah, blah. You're 6 feet above, not 6 feet deep.
Yeah.
You woke up wearing your lungs, so you know what I'm saying? You opened your eyes, both feet hit the ground. It could have been different for you this morning or something else. You could have got bad news or whatever. A lot of things just go a long way. Like I said, conversation, man. This conversation for me that we had Friday night, it went a long way for my weekend. It was like, it gave me a whole new life. I'm like, man, I saw my dog Kale, but it was more like a regular conversation. We talked like, this is what we need, bro. Like,
we never had one. Just anybody watching, all the years I've been knowing him, which we had to grow up. You know what I mean? But we've never had a conversation like that conversation. And right now, we've never had a conversation. Yeah,
I've always started like, man, you know what I'm saying? I want to talk, but it's like we were younger, so it's like, nah, I don't really know. I don't want to bother him. Like we young, he may not want to talk certain things. Like, and then reaching out, you know, like I said, when you lost your sister, it was like, bro, I feel like I apologize that you had to go through that, and you know what I'm saying, my condolences to you and your family, because it's like that's tough, man. Like I don't know what that feels like, bro. And it's just like, how can I like? But then it's like, how can I be there for my boy? Like going forward, how can you be there for? That's anybody out there. The best way you can be there, bro, is just checking in on them. It don't got to be it may not have to be every day. You can do it the end of the week. By Fridays, I watched this podcast. It was the what's the podcast called? I Am Athlete. It was I Am Athlete podcast, and he was like the three check-ins, 3 things he do when he's checking with his boys. Where are you mentally? Family, like how, like 1 through 10, rank these things 1 through 10, mentally, family, and then working business. And I always tell people, mentally, I'm like a good 6, 7. Family, if my family are 10, 9, 10, I'm a 10. Because if family good, I'm good. Now working business, it depends. That depends, because it all depends on that day. I go off that day, you know what I'm saying?
So I should have won every day.
Yeah, that's it go, but I never. And then like, but if it's one, you know what I'm saying, everybody, you know, like I said, 1 is your worst, 10 is your best. Like I said, my family 9, 10, I'm good. I'm good. But my mental, I say sometimes it's about a, you know, I ain't gonna lie, but be about a 5, 6.
On one of them days.
Yeah, one of them days, because everything I've been through, especially when I was going through stuff, it was at my lowest. But now I'm like, I'm at like a good 8. I'll be at a good 8, like consistent 8.5. And working business, I'm like, damn, that work. I'll be like, man, you know what? We had a good. It depends. Again, work wise, it all because the members that come in, they make my day. So I'm like, they make my day. I'm good. In business, like I said, I'm stressing trying to get all this stuff out for this hard walk stuff. But other than that, like I'm still good. It's still good because I know I'm doing something. I know God put it on me to do something positive. And like,
I love that, man. That's amazing.
It's amazing. It's a blessing to keep being here and just being positive. So 1 through 10, bro. Rank all 3, 1 through 10.
Oh, 1 through 10 mentally. Me. Man, I ain't gonna lie, man. I like a 6, 7.
Come on, man. We gotta get that 6 up, dog.
No, you're right. But that's just because it's just been a tough week, and I'm about to leave for 2 weeks.
Okay.
And I'm not gonna be with my son. So even though I'm hard on him, but that's me. That's my son. So, and it's really like the first time I've like been away from in a while.
Okay.
So that's really why. And then family, like a 7. Like a 7, you know, a couple disagreements, but everybody good. I'm blessed that everybody's in good health, you know what I mean? So it's like 7.5. It's just the same family stuff that goes on. And then work, I said 1, but man, I'm grateful to have a job. I'm blessed to have a job. Like it's like an 8 or 9. It's like an 8 because I'm blessed to have a job. And dog, I really make my own schedule. Like I leave at lunch every day.
Yeah.
And I literally leave at lunch, if not earlier, every single day.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't care. Like it's just I got a gravy job. You know what I mean? I ain't doing that. I mean, so yeah. But yeah, your turn, man. You rank them, man. How you doing today?
Today, at this very moment, today, mentally, like I said, dealing with trying to process what the news I got earlier this week. Mentally today, and I've checked up on my homeboys and stuff. Mentally, I say I'm still about a 7, 8. I'm still like I'm because I was able to hoop and kind of clear my mind and work out and
Gotta
listen.
do it. Gotta
Music
do it.
and hooping are my two scapegoats for things from reality for a second, and then family. Like I said, my dudes, she just closed on the house, and they just got back today from being down there. They get we get removed.
Congrats, dude.
Appreciate it. Down like she getting removed to South Carolina, so and my sister and my brother, they and my dad, they good. So about a 9, 8.5, 9, and
Right.
then work. So I had to work today. So work was good. Honestly, it was actually good. So about a good 8.5. You know what I'm saying? So
What's
today,
up?
overall, I had it's a solid day. And then, like I said, tomorrow I just take it day by day. One thing I learned day by day. Um, Same like a Nipsey Hussle quote. That was one of my favorite artists before he passed, and one of my favorite artists. I just didn't quit. I got a tattoo on my leg, and I just didn't quit. And people are like, what does that mean? I'm like, my testimony. I didn't quit.
Bless you, man. Bless you.
You know what I'm saying? I didn't quit is another quote, what I'm saying, for most people. I won't say it's perfect, but it ain't, what I'm saying, it's fair. It ain't perfect. Like life ain't perfect, but it's fair for you. And
Mm-hmm.
you got to adjust to how you see fit. Then, make adjustments. All my athletes, and when you're going through stuff, your coach makes adjustments. Make adjustments in your life. You got to make adjustments. You watch film and all that, make adjustments. You can't watch film on your life. If I could watch film on my life, oh man.
Oh man, I'll be a millionaire.
Bro, what? I'm like, yeah, let's watch film. Like, pause it right there. Mikhail, you remember you did this? I'm like, yeah.
What I should have did, or something, you know what I mean? Or opportunities that you didn't take.
Exactly. Stop the shoulda, coulda, woulda. I mean, I still do it. It ain't gonna do nothing for you, man. Like, if you ain't gonna better from it, ain't no point to keep talking about shoulda, coulda, woulda. I should have did this. I would have did this. Or I wish I knew this. Yeah, I wish I knew. Wish I knew a lot of things. Hell, the teacher be like, did everybody get the answer to? And you like, nah, I got 10. I wish I would knew what I'm saying. It don't matter, bro. Like, be you. Be you. Don't be nobody else but yourself, bro. Like, your son, he look up to you. You know what I'm saying? All the men in your family, they look up to you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Your little brother Christian look up to you.
Yeah.
And he may not say it, he may not verbally express it, but you know it. Like, you know what I'm saying? You're a big brother to him, but you're probably more than a brother to him.
Yeah.
You're definitely more than a brother to him. You know what I'm saying? Your mom, you're more than her son. Like, it's more than that. And you know what I'm saying? Your son, it's like, man, I don't have kids. I can't wait to everybody I talk to who have kids, they say it changed their life. Like they kids changed their life. Like they like, man, it's the biggest blessing I've had. Like it changed my life.
Yeah.
When I talk to Sid, my dog be like, and she changed, like it changed his life. And then when you go through something at that same time, it's hard. But like I think it's hard because like you lost your sister, but it's like, man, my son. I said, you know what I'm saying? Something that brings you joy. You be down, but you see something that can bring you joy. So with with his son, his brother and then his daughter. Dante with his mom and dad, and then their daughter. So it's like that's crazy. Like all three of these boys got 2 girls and one girl and one son. I'm like two girls and one boy. I'm like, but they all three of y'all dogs. So it's like, okay, yeah, I can see it now. Play dates. Some boys probably be having play dates. Yeah, man. Like, and we could have one if Kel was here. Type, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, them niggas. I guess. No, but that's deep though. Yeah,
they're all around the same age, so it's like, that's crazy. It's crazy.
Yep.
Y'all really brothers, bro. Like it's even like I said, even Brian Fulmer, you like you said, he an asshole, but he in a lovable way. Brian,
great. Yeah, he's a great guy. He's a great guy.
He's just like that man's a joke. I talked to Corinne, my dog. You know what I'm saying? Corinne, that's my dog. Talk to her as well. Like it's crazy how life is, man. Like I said, we've been friends, and some people, I lost along the way. I ain't tripping. Like I don't trip about it. I don't this man here.
I gotta pray, man.
I ain't mad at it. If you want to stop and pray, we can stop and pray. I'm with you.
No, we good.
But like, you know what I'm saying? It's like I said, I listen to music. That's my escape. Like it's a song for everything. Music gets you through. Basketball, like whatever. Everybody out there, y'all going through anything, find something that helps you relax. That helps you bring yourself to reality. It don't got to be drugs. It shouldn't be drugs. It shouldn't be nothing harmful to your body. Something that's gonna help uplift you. That it can bring you a circle of friends as well. I can bring a Kel. You can bring a Nate that wants to draw paint. It don't matter what it is. I don't care if it's like paint dry on the wall, bro. I tell my friends all the time, like, all right, cool, we can do that. I may not want to, but I know you want to do it. It's gonna make you happy. Like I said, I'm gonna say it till I'm blue in the face. Rather hear your problems than attend your funeral. You may not have to talk. We just listen to music, bro. Like my top 5 artists right now, my 5 right now. Look, I listen to Future, Drake, Rod Wave. Let's see, R&B. I got R&B. I got some hip hop. I got top 5 hip hop and R&B. Like R&B wise, I still listen to Jodeci and like New Edition and all that. Like Snow Allegra. Like
old enough, bro.
What you mean, bro? My mom, bro. Shout out to Dukes.
Yeah, shout out to Dukes, bro. I'm just saying you're not even old enough, bro.
I don't even think I was twinkling with somebody's eye, but you know what I'm saying. And then like right now, my favorite artist right now is Rod Wave, and I was telling you the other day, his music just I relate more to. You know what I'm saying? I can relate to it. A lot of some music I can't relate to because I ain't a millionaire. I don't know what it feel like to go spend 20,000 on some. I don't know that feeling, bro. But Rod Wave, I know that feeling. Half of his songs, I know that feeling.
Yeah.
So, find somebody that you can listen to, gospel music. I listen to all genres. It don't matter. I don't discriminate. But it's people out here, like I said, whatever you do, bro. Like you said, Levante, hey, Christian rap, bro. I seen on IG. And I was like, nah, bro, really. You know what I'm saying? So I made sure when I saw him the next day at the gym, I let him know, like, nah, keep going with that. Like,
I had hit him up one time and told him keep going. Through Instagram, I was like, bro, keep going because
you may not hear often, but keep going. Like, don't stop because that's your, you know what I'm saying? That's your calling. Do it, bro. Yeah. So whatever your calling is, you know what I'm saying? Even if it is being a funny guy, you know what I'm saying? This podcast is not the typical podcast, bro. It's not the typical sports podcast or music or whatever. It's lift your brother up, like you lifting somebody else up because somebody's gonna see this and they're gonna see what we talked about and it's gonna help them. I really hope this helps somebody.
Me too, most definitely. That's the goal. That's my number one goal that I don't care about nothing else. All I care about is like I said in one of the episodes, and I'll say it now. They say Jesus left 99 to save the one. I don't care about the 99,000 people, as long as it helps one person, bro. And even if it's the person on the other side of the camera, or even if I'm for that episode, I'm the person that needed to be helped. You know what I mean? As long as it helps one person, that's all that matters, man.
My pastor always says we are imperfect people serving a perfect God, bro. Like he gave he gave his only forgotten, he is the only son for us. Like he died for us, bro. And it's a quote that it's one of the words that he said in his script, his sermon. It was hearing God's voice is not a waste of time, but it takes time.
Yeah.
So and you cannot answer a call when you don't know the voice. If you don't know the voice, it's like here you get a random call, like who calling me? And then you be like, oh, because you didn't have that person's number saved. You can't answer a call, you don't know the voice, man. It's I don't know. Like I said, man, I get into it and I'm like, yep. I'm like, yep, I knew what I need to do. Like this podcast, it was for a reason. I try to get on as many podcasts as I can because I know I got a story to preach. You know what I'm saying? When people ask me about it, I don't shy away from it no more. Now, a couple of years ago, I probably would have like, nah, I don't want to talk about it. Now it's like, nah, let's talk about it. Let's get on here. Let's chop it up about whatever. I don't care what it is. Let's chop it up. You can ask me. That's what I say. I'm open to any question in the world. Like, even y'all can, once he puts it out, y'all can reach out to me and ask me questions that that I may not hit. I'm open to any question, bro. I don't shy away from nothing because it's not about me. It's about helping the next person. And answering the question, it might help me. It might help me, honestly.
Or it could definitely help you because say they ask you a question and right there maybe you don't got an answer, but that gives you a reason to go find the answer. And now two people know better than one.
It's like, let me
So
go find the answer. And let me go talk. Let me go here again. Let me attend this church. Like maybe I need to, what I'm saying, like your mom, when they do their Sundays in the park, I'm like, you know what, one day I'm gonna go. Like one day I'm gonna, I'm gonna miss this sermon, I'm gonna miss this service, and I'm gonna go to this because I need to, what I'm saying. It's just to see XYZ, what I'm saying. Let me put myself in these shoes for the day. Like, all
yeah,
right, cool. I just gotta set aside that time to like pick a day. I'm gonna go and we're gonna go from there. It
most
ain't even wrong because they preaching the same, they preaching it, but it's gonna be a different sermon. It's just something I need. It may be something I need to hear that day.
mm-hmm. Yeah. And when you go, it'll be the day that God wanted you to go. So, but yeah, man, I ain't gonna keep you too long, man. Just in closing, man, I just want to close the same way I started. Man, I appreciate you for coming on the platform, bro. Like, I know, it's been some time in between, bro, but when I hit you, you was quick responsive. You weren't even hesitant. Then when we talked on the phone, we was on the phone the same amount of time we was on now, which is cool, man. That's a blessing to see, man. I just want to say, man, I appreciate you. Another thing, I'm proud of you. Please keep going, bro, because you got brothers like me behind you, pushing you, bro. I don't ever want you to think you're alone in whatever you're doing. I'm pushing you. I applaud you, and I'm grateful that God picked you to take this journey, man. And I'm right behind you. And whatever you need me to do, however, even if you need me to get on here, do whatever, or even just get the message out wherever I'm at in the world at that time. I don't think I'm gonna be doing this job too much longer because I'm about to get out. But whatever you.
I need you to stop being ugly, but so we can't.
I mean, shit, I can't help that, man. Blame my mama. You know what I mean? But no, I appreciate you, man. And I'm definitely gonna link with you when I get to the crib, man. I wish I could really be there with you for that walk because that is something, like that's a big step in the right direction of what you're trying to do.
For sure.
Just be safe when you go out there.
That's October 19th. Anybody who wants to come out, that's next Saturday, 9:00. Once I get more details, I'll let you know, and I'll put it on Facebook as well. Anybody who wants to just show up just to walk, because you may be somebody, a loved one that you had go through something like that, and you never knew about the walk. In the coming, within the next year, hopefully I can host my own, and go from there. Like I said, man, it's big. It's bigger than me. At the end of the day, I appreciate you for sure for reaching out because when you posted the first one with Dante, I was like, oh yeah, I want to get on this show. Like, I want to get on it. It's a conversation with my brother, bro. Like, we ain't talked in years. Some time has been time between, but it's like we ain't miss a beat. And it's like, man, that's my dog. I want to just thank you. Keep going.
Yes, sir.
Whatever you going through, that Malcolm X picture in the background kind of threw me off. I was like, bro, somebody looking at the window. But I'm like, nah, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's bigger than me. It's bigger than him. And anybody out there watching, like I said, everybody out there watching, whether you hit me up, hit him up, don't be hesitant. Don't be hesitant. Don't be hesitant. Like like in closing, for me, like I said, rather hear your problems than your funeral, bro. And I'm dealing with that right now with a friend who just who lost her life. Anybody else going through stuff or whatever, bro, it don't matter. So people want to we care, we love you. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my brother, Love Kel. Always been love. Has never been hate, bro. Never been animosity. I know you said you had one more question. It was a question you had in closing that you always ask.
Yeah. So you really hit it on the head. But the last question I was going to ask you for the closing was, what would be your advice to the next brother or just individual to lift them up?
Don't be afraid to take that risk. The risk is bigger than the reward. Sometimes is bigger than the risk, bro. Don't be hesitant. It don't matter what it is, whether it's with applying for a job, whether it can be something as small as talking to a girl. Don't be afraid to make that risk because you never know what's going, what God has in store for you. And because he's showing you on purpose, like he's trying to get you to do it on purpose. Don't be afraid to do it. Don't let the devil hold you back and like make you question yourself. Oh, I can't do this. No, you can do it. You can do it. You don't know you can do something until you do it. You don't know what you're capable of doing until you actually sit down and do it. Don't be afraid to do it, man. Take that risk, man. It's big in it. Like make that jump, make that leap, take that leap forward. Don't take it backwards. Don't take 10 steps backwards. Don't take 5 steps forward. Take 10 back. Nah, man. Keep going. Keep going. We see it all the time with all you see it. Keep going. LeBron James, get ready in the year 22. Keep going. Just like you gotta find your motive, find your niche, whatever motivates you, keep going. Anybody out there, just keep going. That's all I can say. Keep going. That's all. Just keep be you.
Just didn't quit.
Just didn't quit. Be you. Don't be nobody else but yourself, bro. Don't be nobody else but yourself. Be you. And that it don't matter what. People may not like the comedy, like the hilarious Kel, like Kel laugh. That's him. They may not like how serious I am at times. That's me. Be you. Don't change for nobody. Be you.
Most definitely. Well, I appreciate you, bro. Just like that. That's another episode.
Yes, sir. All right, dog.